Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some IEMs because as you can see here, I made a list of all that I own, all that were sent to me, and the little checks beside them are the ones that I've already reviewed. Why did I have to make it harder on myself by reviewing earbuds and IEMs? But this is the path that I chose. This video isn't about that. This video is about the Truthear Hexa. This review is long overdue. So the Truthear Hexa are a sub 100 IEM that has impressive sound quality and technical refinement, designed with a hybrid driver configuration and tuned to the widely acclaimed, for some, Harman target curve. The Hexa delivers a neutral, detailed sound signature that I've grown to enjoy. Now, with a sleek, minimalist design and ergonomic fit, the Truthear Hexa combines comfort with cutting-edge audio engineering. So whether you're seeking pinpoint imaging, rich, mid-range detail, or controlled bass, these IEMs promise a versatile listening experience that excels across multiple genres. In this review, we'll dive deep into the features, the sound quality, and the overall performance of the Truthear Hexa to determine if it truly lives up to its reputation as one of the best budget IEMs available today. Now, with that being said, it's not lost on me that there are the Semgot EA500. I have those. The Dunu Titan S, I don't have those. And the Ergonomic ERXR, I think that's the ones. I think that's the right ones. There's different Ergonomics. They're both priced at around 100 or below 100 to around $80, and some of them have like similar sound quality. So I will be reviewing the Semgot EA500 sometime soon. But with that, all that being said, let's go ahead and just do an unboxing. So on the sleeve, you have the little bunny girl waifu, and it also tells you how many drivers are in here. 1 dynamic and 3 BA. Take off the sleeve. You got the Hexa. Would let gravity take over, but I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through this. There. Now, I bought these, I think, in 2023 or 2024. I can't remember. Took them to work. I left them somewhere. They got stolen, so I had to buy them again. And I also had the Truthear Shio DAC, and somebody took that too. I also had them in the carrying case. So this is what you're presented with. This is the carrying case. Inside here will be the cable, and the shells will be in these empty spots. And you'll have a part or a section where you have all of your silicone tips. And these also come with some medium memory foam tips. These work well, although I wish they were a little shorter. They're decent though. You got, you have your wide bore and you have your balance bore silicone tips. Since I had multiple sets from my previous Truthear Hex, I decided to just go ahead and just keep those. Also got the paper and stuff. You don't really care about that. You ain't here for the paper and stuff. Let me get this up out of the way, and let's talk about the IEMs themselves. So I'm going to talk about the design and the ergonomics of the Hexa. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I actually like the design of these. So when it comes to the housing, the Hexa features a matte black shell with a clean geometric design on the front here. Got some screws. You got Truthear right here on the, the right, and you got nothing on the left. And the 2-pin right here is kind of recessed, so if you're going to get like another cable besides this one that comes with it, make sure that you get one that's a little longer than usual, 0.78 mil. Now showing you the whole enchilada, the Hexas, they don't have a lip on the they don't have a lip on the end, but I haven't had any problem with silicone tips coming off. Once they go on, they stay on. And I actually like that. And you can also see that these are kind of translucent. The back is kind of a black, opaque resin. You can kind of see inside of these. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but I can see the BA drivers, and I can definitely see the dynamic driver. That little circle right there in the middle, if they'll show up. Yeah, that's the dynamic driver. Overall, I like the design. These are the Dunu S&S silicone tips. I found that these work best for my ears. I don't know about anybody else's. And the cable is pretty good. It can tangle up though. It can tangle up a bit. Now it's this. If you seen my Truthear Critical Zero review or my Zero Red, you'll notice that the cable is pretty much the same as this. It's kind of thick at the bottom. It's got a chin cinch on it. You got some Truthear branding. It's a decent cable. The ear hooks are fine. They don't move around. They don't have any play to them. They stay behind my ears, even though I wear glasses. Like the only part of the a cable I don't like is this part. It's just a little too thin. To give you a comparison, here is my Tangju C Audio Shangli Encounter Edition. Now this is a Tangju cable, and this is a much better cable. I love this cable. It's nice and thick. It's rubberized, but it doesn't have any memory. Now that one with the Truth Ear and with the Zero and the Zero Red, this does have a little more memory to it. I wish it was a little bit more thicker, but you can find some aftermarket cables on Amazon or AliExpress, and it can suit you well. So I like the geometric and angular faceplate. It's subtle. It's not really like eye catching, and most important of all, it fits and it stays in my ears. So when we're talking about the drivability, so the Hexa were designed with an efficient and user-friendly drivability, so it makes it accessible for a wide range of audio sources. The sensitivity on these are approximately 120 dB. So the Hexa's high sensitivity means it can produce significant volume levels even with the low-powered sources like a smartphone or a basic DAP. So if you use something like the periodic audio neon right here, this will be perfectly fine. You don't really need a whole lot of amplification for these, but if you want to, you can use something like an EFI audio DAC. I've used this with the Hexa as well. No problem. No problem whatsoever. The impedance on these are like 20 ohms. So that means it can pair mostly with any devices like smartphones, laptops, USB dongles. I've been using this with my 13 Pro, and this works fine as well. So I can perform well with entry-level devices. Pairing it with a high-level audio source will enhance its potential, particularly in the following ways. So you have a low noise input or output, and a source with a clean low noise floor ensures the Hexa's high sensitivity doesn't amplify background hiss. And detail retrieval. So DACs or amplifiers with a high resolution can reveal more micro details, especially in the mids and the treble. So amplification is not really needed, but you can benefit due to my dynamic. So conclusion on the drivability, it's highly efficient. It's easy to drive with virtually any audio source from basic smartphones to high-end audiophile gear. And while it doesn't require additional amplification, pairing it with a quality DAC or amp can further enhance its already excellent performance, particularly in detail retrieval and dynamics. This makes the Hexa a versatile choice for users across all experience levels, from casual listeners to audiophiles. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. And I've been wanting to talk about sound quality in these for a long time. And like I said in the introduction, the Hexa has a neutral tuning with a slight warmth. Now, if you've seen Timmy from Giz Audio, I think he works for I think he works for Critical now. He did his review and he said that these were basically boring. And he was indeed correct. The Truthear Hexa is one of the more boring tunings that you'll find on the market. And what I mean by that is, if you're a bass head, you can go ahead and click off this video because you're not going to find any. Now, I heard a lot of people online talk about how good the Hexas sound and how good they perform. So I jumped at the chance to buy them because they were less than $100. So I was like, man, I gotta find out what they're talking about. Now, most of my library is rap and hip hop and R&B with a little bit of jazz and a little bit of rock and some live music. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now, if your library, if you all you listen to is rap music, you're not going to like these because the bass response is really, really, really low. Because the Hexa is designed to focus on a natural and analytical tuning that prioritizes clarity and precision and detail over excessive coloration. This combination of the hybrid driver configuration, like I said, a 10 millimeter dynamic for bass, and you have three nose balanced armature drivers for the mids and the treble with a three-ray crossover. Crossover ensures each driver operates within its optimal frequency range, reducing distortion, and there isn't any, and maintaining a cohesive sound signature. So the result is a refined audio experience with no overpowering or no under presentated frequencies. And this was carefully tuned to excel in clarity, detail retrieval, and instrument separation, making the Hexa an outstanding choice for audiophiles looking for precision and accuracy. So with that said, if you're a bass head or you like a lot of like low end rumble, you're not going to get that here. So when we're talking about the sub bass, it's polished. It's got some good extension. It's got some controlled rumble without giving. It's not really overpowering the other frequencies. It's ideal for tracks that require a nuanced low end rather than a bass heavy response, such as classical or acoustic music. The mid bass is lean. It's very lean, avoiding any bloat. The bass does not bleed into the mids and maintains separation and balance. Now, the bass dynamics is not overly emphasized at all. Now, it does give enough punch in genres like jazz or rock, where the rhythmic accuracy is crucial. Then the lower mids are slightly recessed to ensure that the sound remains clean, especially in busy mixes. Instruments like guitars and pianos, they sound natural with excellent body and tonality. The upper mids is prominent, enhancing vocal clarity and presence. Female vocals in particular are forward and were articulated, making the Hexa ideal for vocal-centric genres. Now, the Hexa excels in pulling out fine details, capturing subtle nuances in recordings, such as the texture of vocals or the resonance of acoustic instruments. And the treble performance is really bright and it has a lot of sparkle. It's really clean and crisp, slightly bright, without being harsh or sibilant. High frequency elements like cymbals and hi-hats are detailed and airy, adding a sparkle to the overall sound. Now, the treble extension extends well, providing a sense of openness and air that enhances spatial imaging. Despite the brightness, the treble is smooth, so it doesn't have any fatigue on your ears. Now, when we're talking about the sound quality, the sound stage, the Hexa delivers a moderately wide sound stage with good depth and height. So while it's not as expansive as open back headphones, the soundstage feels natural and immersive, particularly for live recordings. And I have used these with live recordings and they do work well. Imaging, instrument separation and positioning are outstanding, allowing listeners to pinpoint sounds in complex tracks. And these are ideal for genres with intricate laying, such as orchestral or progressive rock. The Hexa shines in dynamic range, delivering both quiet and loud passages with precision. And the micro detail retrieval is very exceptional. And I think that's due to the low bass response. So, which genres would you use to listen to these? Well, jazz for one, because the Hexa has clean bass and mid-range clarity. Acoustic and folk music, because the vocal and acoustic instruments are reproduced with a natural tonality, bringing out the intimacy of the performance. And rock music, the separation and the imaging are perfect for complex arrangements, while the controlled bass adds rhythm without being overpowering. And lastly, pop music. Vocal clarity and treble sparkle bring out the energy in modern pop tracks. And I got some Michael Jackson, and it does sound good. So some music that you probably wouldn't listen to, would be less ideal, would be bass heavy genres like hip hop and EDM. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. Like, if you're a bass head, like I keep saying, like, these are not for you. You're not going to like them. You're going to say they suck. You're going to say there's not enough bass, blah, 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 because they don't. They weren't tuned to be that way. So to wrap this up, the Truthear Hexa, they are a fantastic choice for listeners who prioritize accuracy, clarity, and natural tonality over exaggerated bass or overly warm tuning. With a neutral, bright sound signature and impressive technical performance, they excel in genres that demand detail and precision. While they may not satisfy fans of bass heavy or overly warm sound profiles, they won't. The Hexa stands out as a top tier option in its price range for audiophiles on a budget and critical listening. So if you've enjoyed this video and maybe you've already got the Truthear Hexa, leave me a comment down below, and I will keep working on more IEM and more earbud reviews. But in the meantime, enjoy your life, enjoy your sound. I'll see you in the next.